These are the cuttings that I took from my lemon tree outside, and I felt the need to show y'all each one because this is my first time trying to propagate anything, okay? My first propagation experience. So I'm hoping that I chose the cuttings correctly the first time. I've had success growing a lemon tree from seed, but it got thrown out. So now that I have the opportunity to grow multiple trees from cuttings, I really want to take advantage of that, okay? But I am going to give the cuttings a quick cleaning, a quick wipe down with soap and water because I don't want any bugs around, okay? I do see that I'm going to have a lot of flowers this year, okay? The tree is starting to bud, and I don't know if you saw some of the buds on the cuttings already, but I am going to be leaving them on there. This tree did come from the grocery store, and I've had it for a little over a year now. And last year there was one tiny lemon bud that made its appearance. So this year I am hoping for a couple of full-size lemons, just two. Okay, just that's all I'm asking for is two. I am very, 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 very hopeful and optimistic about that. But now that they're all clean, I have these 3 cups that I'll be propagating the cuttings in. I did cut a hole in the bottom if you care to know, but I'm just going to be filling them up with this potting mix and watering the soil now because I tend to overwater. Okay, so I'm thinking that if I water and pack the soil down now and let the water drain out before I prep the cuttings, that'll keep me from overwatering in the beginning, okay? I don't want that white mold stuff. I know it's harmless and everything, but I don't want it. I don't want to deal with it at all. Like, I'm good on that. So I'm just, packing it all down before I start prepping, getting the last little bit of the dirt. And at this point, it's time to start prepping the cuttings. This was the fun part for me. Please bear with me because the framing is off, but you can still kind of see what I'm doing. I'm just going to cut the stem at a 45-degree angle, and then I started to bruise the stem by scraping or zesting all around the stem, and it smelled so good. And then I just started to cut some of the leaves off the stem, and then the leaves that I did leave on the stem, I cut it in half. Okay, so I did end up getting another container filled with clean water to put the cuttings in. I know I should have done that from the beginning, but now you can finally see what I'm doing. So I'm cutting the leaves off, cutting the leaves in half, cutting the stem at an angle, and zesting. Look, I really, really like this zesting thing. It just smelled so good, and I cannot wait for the flowers to bloom because, again, it's going to smell so nice. But I do wonder if the other citrus trees smell nice when you're zesting while propagating. I don't know. I'm going to assume that they do, but if not, let me know in the comments. Let me know your experience with that. But I zested or bruised about an inch and a half up or so from the stem. So this is supposed to help speed up the rooting process, and I'm hoping that these cuttings won't die because I'm leaving the buds on, okay? And I really want them to bloom even in this process. So we'll just have to see where this goes, So I've already made some holes in the potting mix where I'll be putting the cuttings in. So now it's time to apply this DIY rooting hormone mix, which is raw honey and cinnamon. All right, so people have said it worked, and I want to try it for myself because I didn't want to go out and buy rooting hormone just yet. So we shall see how it goes. I didn't measure anything. I didn't know how much to put on the stem. I really just did what felt right, really. The honey and the cinnamon is supposed to help with root growth and antibacterial and antifungal properties and things. So, I mean, if this little DIY hormone mix will stimulate root growth and keep the roots from rotting, then hey, I am all for it. And that's it. We're done. Well, I'm done. I just put some plastic bags over them for that greenhouse effect, and now we wait. I think I should expect to see some roots in about 2 weeks at the least, 2 weeks to a month. So we'll see. I'll check back in around then and hopefully with good news, because I have faith that they will all root successfully.